You've entered a two-part training. Each part contains a new challenge. Complete them both to prove your mastery and earn the Subtracting Decimals badge. Subtract 15 and 8/10 minus 2 and 607 thousandths using the algorithm. How do you know your answer is reasonable? Study well. The path to mastery begins now.
Welcome back. It seems like we'll need our skills in decimal subtraction to conquer today's challenge. Have your guided notes ready. Training starts now. We haven't subtracted thousandths before, but here's a little secret. You already know how to do this because the steps are the same as subtracting tenths and hundredths. We know the first step is to line up the decimal points and stack the digits by place value. Which number goes on top? The bigger number, so we can take away the smaller amount, like we do with whole numbers. Pause here to solve 765 thousandths minus 513 thousandths in your guided notes. Which place value do we subtract first? The thousandths, because it's the smallest place we're subtracting. 5 thousandths minus 3 thousandths is 2 thousandths, so we record a 2 below. Then we subtract 6 hundredths minus 1 hundredth to get 5 hundredths, and 7 tenths minus 5 tenths to get 2 tenths. What do we do with the decimal point? Bring it down in the same place. Then we subtract the placeholder zeros. Our final answer is 252 thousandths. That's all there is to it when you're subtracting numbers with the same decimal place values. Now that we're warmed up, let's subtract decimals that end in different place values, like the one in our challenge. Pause again to find the difference between 7 and 595 thousandths minus 3 and 8 hundredths, as well as 6 and 3 tenths minus 3 and 799 thousandths. When we set up the algorithms for each problem, where do we need placeholder zeros? In this problem, we add 1 after the digit 8 in the hundredths place, and we add 2 behind 3 tenths in this problem. Just like with adding decimals, using placeholder zeros helps us keep all digits and decimal points in the correct place so that we can solve accurately. Now we subtract. 7 and 595 thousandths minus 3 and 8 hundredths equals 4 and 515 thousandths. We had to regroup tenths for hundredths and hundredths for thousandths before we could subtract those place values. Then we needed to regroup ones for tenths and subtract the remaining place values. That gives us a difference of 2 and 501 thousandths. Are our answers reasonable? Oh. Really? Mia just told me another secret. The same rules we use to check decimal sums work for decimal differences too. We're just subtracting instead. Pause here to try it. Use these rules to check if our answer to 765 thousandths minus 513 thousandths is reasonable. Our answer ends in thousandths, as it should, since that's the smallest place value in the subtraction equation. What's our whole number estimate? Both numbers we subtract round to 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Even though the estimated difference is 0, it still matches the whole number part in our answer, so it's reasonable. It's challenge time. Complete it to finish the first part of your training and get one step closer to earning the Subtracting Decimals badge. Subtract 15 and 8/10ths minus 2 and 607 thousandths using the algorithm. How do you know your answer is reasonable? After stacking the numbers and lining up the digits, we add 2 placeholder zeros to the minuend, or the number we subtract from. Next, we regroup and subtract down each place value to get 13 and 193 thousandths. We know this is a reasonable answer because it ends in thousandths, just like the smallest decimal place value in our equation. And the estimated difference is 13, just like the whole number part of our actual answer. So, what have we learned today? We learned that we can use the subtraction algorithm to subtract decimals to the thousandths, and placeholder zeros help line up decimal digits and subtract accurately. Your training is off to a strong start, but the lesson is not yet complete. Be sure to complete the practice questions that go with this lesson to practice subtracting decimals. Return for part 2 to face your next challenge and finish earning the Subtracting Decimals badge. And remember, Math Masters, in math, as in training, progress comes with patience and practice.